Namaskar, I am Pahul Sachdeva from 12th C,
And I am Pratishruti from 12th C.
and today we will be summarizing chapters 1 to 16 as part of section D of periodic test 1. Before we dive into the world of chemistry in our curriculum, let us begin with a story. Billions of years ago, giant stars in our universe, 98% of which is made up of the elements hydrogen and helium, fused these two elements and burst them into hundreds of other elements, which gave birth to chemistry. These elements then grouped into a vast array of different molecules, and these molecules combined with each other in a stupendous number of complicated ways. Chemistry is the subject that studies this matter in all of its forms and how it interacts. It ranges from simple atoms and molecules in solutions to complex biomolecules to applications in everyday life. This video is all of that condensed.
Chemistry originates from metallurgy, where we use certain general principles and processes of isolation of elements. In the mind map of chapter 6, we study the occurrence of metals and their extraction from concentrated ores. Further, we learn the thermodynamic and electrochemical principles of metallurgy. On the left side, we see oxidation, reduction, and refining have been summarized, further expanding into the uses of aluminium, copper, zinc, and iron.
At the very smallest scale, we start with the atom and the periodic table that organizes the different types of atoms called chemical elements. In class 12th, we study the P block elements and the D and F block elements. The P block elements are group 15 elements of the configuration NS2 and P3. Their atomic and ionic radii increase down the group, hence increasing the ionization enthalpy and electronegativity as we move from nitrogen to bismuth. The mind map further summarizes the preparation of dinitrogen and ammonia. The D block elements are transition elements between S and P blocks. The uses of their elements in everyday life are marked in the center branch of the map. The F block transition elements are actinoids and lanthanoids, which exhibit special chemical properties condensed into a star on the bottom of the mind map.
Atoms make molecules and molecules make chemical compounds, each with different chemical properties as shown. Compounds aren't just made up of single molecules. Many solids like metals or salts have a crystal structure that are made up of repeating structures called unit cells. This is described in the chapter Solid State. Solids are of two types, amorphous and crystalline, each with different properties. Crystalline solids are further classified on the basis of crystal lattice and number of unit cells, which are summarized in the left side of the map. Further branches explain packing efficiency, imperfections, and electrical and magnetic properties.
To move on to chemical kinetics, we combine concepts that we had learned in 11th grade. These concepts include chemical bonding, the concept of energy being exothermic or endothermic, and the change of state from one phase to another. All of this, along with the fundamental reactions and principles displayed on the screen, bring us to chemical kinetics.
Chemical kinetics is the branch of physical chemistry concerned with understanding the rate of reactions. The left side of the mind map summarizes the factors influencing the rate of the reaction and the rate constant. Integrated equation, pseudo first order reaction, and the collision theory are also discussed. On the screen, you can see the various areas of chemistry. Under physical chemistry, we are introduced to electrochemistry, which is the branch of chemistry dealing with the relationship between electrical energy and chemical energy. This topic covers electrochemical cells and galvanic cells, the laws of electrolysis as well as the products of electrolysis. We also learn about the measurement of conductivity and its variation with the concentration of the electrolyte. Further, we discuss batteries, fuel cells, and corrosion.
Speaking of areas of chemistry, we dive deeper into the analytical chemistry of different types of solutions. The different methods to express their concentration are arranged in a flowchart in the bottom of the map. Further, we are introduced to Henry's law of partial pressure of a gas in vapor phase and the Raoult's law. We learn about the colligative properties and the determination of molar mass along with the use of Van 't Hoff factor in case of abnormal mass. As we move towards the part 2 of our books, we are introduced to organic, inorganic, and biochemistry. Organic chemistry is the chemistry of life, while inorganic chemistry is the chemistry of everything else.
Inorganic chemistry has various uses in everyday life, from different kinds of drugs to soaps, detergents, and other cleansing agents, and even in the food we eat as preservatives and sweetening agents.
Moving on to organic chemistry and organometallic chemistry, which have applications in absolutely all aspects of life. We have prepared 3 flowcharts that summarize all of our chapters, including haloalkanes, haloarenes, alcohols, phenols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid, and amines. This now brings us to biochemistry, wherein we study about biomolecules. The mind maps are branched into 6 different boxes, each condensing the classification, structures, and importance of biomolecules like proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and nucleic acids. We further study the mechanism of enzymes and DNA fingerprinting. All of these subtopics combined together make the chemistry that we study in class 12th. Thank you.